Hey everyone, in today's video, we're diving into the latest crypto and XRP news and breaking down the recent price chart movements. What big news just turned the XRP market upside down? Stay tuned for an in-depth analysis on what's happening with crypto market and XRP. Let's get started. US officials announce $4.3 billion settlement with Binance, plea deal with CZ. Officials with the U.S. Justice Department, Treasury, and CFTC alleged Binance lacked basic safeguards to protect against sanctions, and Changpeng Zhao committed criminal acts. In a November 21st press conference, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced that CZ entered his plea in person in U.S. federal court despite residing outside the country. He added that a $4.3 billion settlement with Binance and CZ would cover civil regulatory enforcement actions by government departments, including the U.S. Treasury and Commodity Futures Trading Commission. According to Garland, Binance's policies allowed criminals involved in illicit activities to move stolen funds through the exchange. He alleged the exchange pretended to comply with U.S. federal laws by offering paths for certain users to access Binance, despite their ties to illicit funds. The Attorney General said the exchange would be subject to monitoring and reporting requirements, and required to file suspicious activity reports for past transactions. Binance prioritized its profits over the safety of the American people, said Garland. Using new technology to break the law does not make you a disruptor, it makes you a criminal. Oh well, let's take a look at this situation. Let's start with the fact that JP Morgan sees the settlement of the Binance case as a positive for the crypto market. That's like saying, well, if you pay a speeding ticket, that's good for traffic. Sure, reducing the uncertainty surrounding Binance is a plus, but it's more a reflection of the market's relief that the big fish won't go down. As for Changpeng Zhao and his $175 million bail, well, what can we say? The cryptocurrency world never ceases to amaze. They were collecting bail like a piggy bank for a new iPhone. A little here, a little there, and boom, free. Traveling from the US to the UAE with this perspective is like extreme tourism. And now about Binance. A $1 billion outflow is certainly unpleasant, but considering they have $67 billion in deposits, it's like losing a coin from your pocket while carrying home bags full of purchases. And of course, Binance remains the largest exchange for a reason. They have an ironclad $6.35 billion in assets, a $4.3 billion fine. For them, it's like blowing dust off their shoulders, nothing more. All in all, this whole episode is classic crypto drama. Big numbers, international travel, and complex financial maneuvers. But for us, it's just another day in the market. You know, all this commotion around Binance and CZ reminds me of the old crypto saying, when you play cryptocurrencies, you either win millions or learn to live with loss. In this case, it seems both of those scenarios came true at the same time. And now we get to the most interesting one, Grogan of Coinbase, who is confident that Binance will be able to pay the $4.3 billion fine. It reminds me a bit of the situation where your neighbor who is always complaining about the noise suddenly says, "Come on, you'll do fine, just turn down the music." But seriously, when executives of competing exchanges say that everything will be fine, it's either a rare show of solidarity or simply an acknowledgement that everyone in the crypto world has the same boat under their feet, and all that money swirling around. Honestly, it's times like this that I start to wonder if a single $4.3 billion fine can really have a significant impact on a giant like Binance. It's like throwing a rock into the ocean and expecting a tsunami. Sure, there will be waves, but the ocean will remain an ocean. At the end of the day, it's all part of a bigger game where sometimes the rules change faster than you can say blockchain. The cryptocurrency market is not just finance. It's a whole epic with its heroes and anti-heroes, ups and downs. And while we are here, discussing this news, someone is probably already writing the next chapter of this fascinating crypto saga. Also, the very fact that CZ flew to the US and voluntarily turned himself in rather than hiding somewhere suggests that crypto market leaders are willing to cooperate with the government on such important issues, and this could have a positive impact on the SEC's approval of the Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF from BlackRock and others. Perhaps that's the way it was intended. Well, we continue to follow the situation. No matter what the situation is, one thing remains unchanged. The crypto world is never boring. How did the entire cryptocurrency market and XRP in particular react to this? Of course, with a collapse and increased volatility. Bitcoin fell from its peak on November 20th by 6% and Ripple by 9%. But this fall cannot be called serious, and in the overall picture of the market is not all that bad because there is good news too. Bitcoin has gained back 8.1% and renewed its local high, and XRP has risen from a low of 8.4% and is trading around 0.62. We will not analyze Bitcoin, so we will go straight to the analysis of XRP. Let's go. This is a 4-hour time frame. I purposely opened a blank chart to show you my analysis from scratch. Let's first define the boundaries of the upward momentum, the bullish trend, and we will do it using the Fibonacci retracement, or in traders' slang, fib. We put 1 on the high and 0 on the low, then the marks 0.786, 0.618, and so on indicate important support and resistance levels. XRP is now trading just above the 0.5 level on fib, pushing back from it several times as a support level. The overall trend on the coin is now downtrending, but after the November 20th dump, there was a bid to break to an uptrend. Here we see an unfinished double bottom pattern and price consolidation around 0.62, which is a bullish signal. Behind every declining high, there is liquidity to be taken away. As we know, the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, and this important rule works like another well-known rule: the trend is your friend. Let's turn on the heat map. This is an indicator that shows the levels of shorting and longing liquidations. Red shows short stops and green shows long stops. And now I will show you another equally important indicator that I rely on in trading. Horizontal volumes, VRVP, or simply volume shelves. The price also lies on them and pushes off from them. Let's identify key support or resistance levels and further probabilities based on all of the above. The important resistance level, which we need to break and consolidate above for an upside move, is at 0.6223, which coincides with the large volume shelf. The upside targets are at 0.6455, 0.6513. We have a takeover here. Further, it is possible to go to 0.6639, where there is also a shelf and we need to consolidate above. After that, the road is open to 0.6745, where we have more liquidity, and through the breakdown of 0.6833 to 0.6944, and further through the consolidation above 0.7147 to update the local highs. Now let's talk about support levels and targets for downside moves. The most important level below which we should not consolidate is 0.614. If we consolidate below and go to 0.5951 and do not see a rebound, we go lower down to 0.5777, 0.5535, and 0.5293 to take this liquidity. For the most part, it will all depend on Bitcoin's movement and the positive or negative narrative. That's it for me. Don't jump in on the highs, and only then will everything work out perfectly. And that wraps up our XRP update for today. What shocking move could XRP make next? Write your opinion in the comments. See you in the next videos.